Hello guys, it's Simplicity Sim here, and I'm going over how to install the live-in services. It's kind of like the other mod I had went over, which is really cool. It's just fun to have like live-in services, so you have basically nannies and maids or gardeners be able to live with you. So it's really cool. It kind of makes the gameplay even more fascinating. Be sure to read through the description. I'm not going to do that right now with you guys because guys, you know, this is really kind of your job, and the reason why it is because all of us have different computers that we're using when we're installing mods and things like that. So there's going to be different requirements for different people. Also, the description just lets you know what you need for your particular situation. So if there's certain expansion packs that mod needs, that kind of stuff. So just keep all that in mind. Also, guys, we do have a joinable link underneath the subscribe button that you guys can feel free to join our channel. I will upload basically all content to the subscribers beforehand, so you're prioritized when it comes to new content. Also, you'll be able to ask me any questions directly that will get prioritized and answered as soon as you ask them, so very quickly, and you'll be able to get more help and assistance when it comes to the mods that you play in your game. I know when I was starting, I really didn't have a lot of help nor guidance, which is why I started the channel in the first place, because I was going to YouTube to search specific questions that I literally couldn't get any answers to, and I had to find out a lot on my own, and I don't want you guys to have to go through that much of a struggle. So consider joining. I would love to have you guys as members and be able to get early access to videos and get your questions answered quicker. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in with the video. So you're gonna go ahead and select, when you first get the link, I give you guys direct links, so I'm gonna have this link provided for you from CurseForge. But if you were just going to CurseForge itself, you would just open up from the main page, and then you would type in live-in services within the search engine, and it'll pop up from there. But you're gonna have the direct link within my description, so make sure you check that out in the description, and then you'll be able to go there and get that link. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna select the files after you already read through the description. So we're gonna do that. Let's select files real quick. And once you do that, you're gonna see how there's a main file, okay? And there's also additional files. Let me remove some of these ads. Ads will pop up. Do not freak out if you do not have your pop-up blocker on. These ads will pop up, so it's okay. It's perfectly normal. But yeah, the main file, and there's additional files. This isn't the first time I've seen this, especially not with this particular mod creator, because of the fact that it's just common. It's really, really common for creators to have additional files for a particular mod. This is definitely something you want to consider with live-in services, because whether you're getting a maid or a gardener or a nanny, you might want to do certain things like have them be able to go to sleep, and lot challenges that are different and things like that, and uniforms for, you know, the whole ordeal. So these are things you want to consider to install. What I like to do, as you see I'm doing right now, is I scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, because I'm one of those people, I like to look at things when they're very organized, so to say. So what you can do is you can just select the 17 plus others that I'm about to click right here. Okay, and it's going to open up. The main file is here, as you can see. It says Little Miss Sam Live-in Services 2022, November 20 zip. Okay, November 20 is when it was updated. So we are really getting a very updated mod. Now, depending on when you watch this video, it may be a different update at the time. That's completely normal. Okay, so this is the main file that you're going to want to download. You're also going to want to make sure that you download any additionals that you think you might need or want. One of those is like no uniform for the nanny. If you want the nanny to be able to like just be themselves, okay? Or maybe you're doing a maid, live-in service, so you want to make sure you do no uniform maid. So you really kind of have to see which one is approachable, and I guess in other words, what you want for that particular mod. If you want the maid to go to sleep in uniform, you might want to download that one. So just keep all these things in mind. And this also is an easier way to kind of go through this and read through this, so that way you kind of know what all additional files she has. Okay, this one's lock stats for social, lock stats for hygiene. So like if that's something you don't want to have available, you can also get those downloaded as additional files as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and do the live-in services main file. So we're going to go ahead and download that at the bottom of the screen. Typically it takes about 5 seconds to download. It's like a protection thing, so don't worry about a thing. So it downloaded at the bottom of the screen. Yay. Okay. Now you could choose to go ahead and put this in your mods folder immediately, or you can get the additional links downloaded as well. So that way you don't have to go back. So we can just go get the additional links real quick. So I'm just going to show you guys a brief example of what it would be like. You can get as many as you want. There like isn't a cap. It's going to be based off what you need it for. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So this says living services go to sleep. That's something that I want. And there's also living services add-on lot challenge, which I think is pretty cool, but you know, to each his own, right? So I'm going to go ahead and download the go to sleep one. And it's downloading. And I'm going to go back and grab that other one that I want, which is the lot challenge. And you can just click the back button. It'll take you right back where you were. And then you click on add on lot challenge and you go ahead and click that download button yet again. And this would be the same case even if you had more than one. You wanted to have a living services maid, and you wanted to have a living services nanny, and you wanted to have a living services gardener. You know, if you wanted to add additional things, all you have to do is to download it. It's going to pop up at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so don't worry about a thing. Let's see. I think going to sleep would be pretty cool. I'm using this more so for a nanny than a maid. I'm probably going to have both anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and click the uniform nanny. I like that for sleep. That's pretty cool. Some people might not want that. They might not want their nanny or maid to like change clothes, and that's fine for sleep. So we have 4 files downloaded, okay? These are the ones I chose as far as additional files, but you guys are going to need to make sure that you download the main file. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to work, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to File Explorer. It's at the bottom of the screen. If you're doing this on a MacBook, yours is going to say Finder. It's going to be blue, but go ahead and select it, okay? Once you select File Explorer, it'll open up like this tab, kind of showing you what all is available and what you have there, right? You're going to go ahead and select Documents off the bat, okay? Then you're going to select Electronic Arts. And then you're going to select Sims 4. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get straight to that local thumb cache. So you just scroll and you'll see a local thumb cache file. Make sure your Sims is not open when you're installing mods. And also make sure that you do not have like Origin open or anything like that while you're installing, just for safety purposes, okay? So I just deleted the local thumb cache. You just right click that file and select delete. And also keep in mind, if the game is open or just open the game, those kind of things, local thumb cache is not going to be there. So don't like lose your head if you can't find it. It's okay. Then go ahead and select your mods folder. And once you're inside your mods folder, if you've never installed mods before, the only thing you're going to see is resource CFG. If you have installed a lot of mods like me, it's going to look kind of like this. For some people, it might look chaotic, but that just means you have a lot of mods in your game. So what we're going to do is go back to the bottom of the screen, and keep in mind, guys, when you go to File Explorer or Finder, you can always right click. And sometimes if you do this a lot, like you install mods a lot, it'll have frequent and it will pop up like the folders you've already had open in the past, things like that, so you can have easy access to stuff. So instead of having to do all this stuff to get to downloads or documents, you could just select it and it'll be right there pinned because you use it so much. So I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but I wanted you guys to be able to know and be aware of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select File Explorer again for, you know, educational purposes. And I'm going to also show you guys how to get to your downloads folder. So once you're in your Finder or your File Explorer, go ahead and select Downloads. And then it's going to show those 4 zip files that are already downloaded, okay? But they're compressed and they're in a zip file. So we need to open these. To make it more organized and less confusing for you, go ahead and scroll 1 tab down and 1 tab over, just so you can kind of see what's going on. You see which folder's which. It's not confusing. The first main file is right here, okay? So we're going to right click it. You should be able to do the same with Mac as well. Right click, and we're going to click Extract All. If you want to, if you have a MacBook, just double click it and it'll automatically open for you, okay? So I'm going to select Extract, and now I see 2 packages, which is exactly how a mod should look, okay? So that's good. We got the TS4 script and we got the package. So we're going to exit out and we're going to grab that folder that is now open, okay? So we're going to drag it into the mods folder, just like that. All right, and then we're going to go back to our downloads by clicking it again, and we're going to go ahead and select the Living Services Go to Sleep zip file. And, you know, for you, it would be whatever add-ons that you put in there. So you're going to right click it and you're going to extract it or double click it if you have Mac. Okay. You see the pages inside. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab that folder that's now open and we're going to drag it in. Okay. Now we have two. And we're going to do the same with the other add-ons. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to click extract. All right. It shows me what's in there. One page. Grab that folder. And drag it in. And then we're going to do the same thing with the last one, which we're going to click extract. And we're going to drag it in. And you guys don't have to worry about like, oops, what do I do if I like accidentally drag in, you know, a folder I just did or whatever. It's automatically going to tell you like there's double files. Do you want to replace this or do you want to keep it? So that will let you know if you put more than one in there, and you could just choose not to put it in there, okay? Because you already have it in there. All right, so we have the main file and we have the add-on. So that is awesome. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and go into your game. And this is the part where you want to make sure your settings are set correctly, especially if you're brand new with installing mods. And you're also going to want to make sure that, you know, you don't have updates automatically on. And I'm going to show you guys how to get to that. So let's go ahead. For some people, I know you guys are going to EA, and it doesn't really, it's the same concept whether you're using EA or you're using Origin. I know they're both together. I've had people ask me, like, I thought they were the same. They are, but the thing is, there's two different apps. So there's Origin app that people install and download, and there's EA app. So just keep that in mind, all right? But if you're using Origin, you'll just select Origin. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and instead of playing the game as you normally would, first, just make sure by going into your application settings, which is how you do that is you hover over your username and then you click on application settings. Scroll to like the third box that says client update and make sure all of the automatic updates and the Origin updates are off. So that way you don't have to worry about the game messing up your mods because it's automatically updating, okay? And then you can go to your game library and select play. And now we're going to go into your game and set your game options up. Once you're inside, guys, you're going to go ahead and click options, go to game options tab right under menu, and then go ahead to the left side and select other, okay? You'll see enable custom content and mods, and you'll also see script mods allowed. You're going to check and you're going to check. In order to know if it's confirmed and enabled, it will have 2 green checks. It will not look blank like this one, okay? Once it has 2 green checks by it, go ahead and click apply changes and then exit out, okay? At that point, that's when you're going to go into the game. You're going to have a blast, enjoy your game, check out some new stuff, see what all is available and all that jazz, okay, guys? So yeah, I hope that this was helpful. If it was, let me know. I would love to know in the comments what your experience has been with installing this particular mod. It really is awesome. I really love just mods, period. So that's why I like going over how to install them. And yeah, if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'm here. That's what I'm here for. And if you really, really want your questions answered quicker, go ahead and join our community. I would love to have you guys be part of some more amazing stuff from this channel and be able to really, really get the help that you need, okay? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If this was helpful, like the video, comment what your experience is, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to upload more mod videos for you guys. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to throw them out there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk soon.